in amethyst.
It's the amount of iron and other trace elements present in the crystal, and also the amount of natural radiation it's been exposed to over time. The most prized variety, which is called deep Siberian amethyst.
Okay.
It has this rich, intense purple color, sometimes with hints of blue or red.
They must be absolutely breathtaking.
They are, and what's even cooler is that amethyst can form in geodes.
Oh, wow.
Those hollow rocks filled with crystals.
Can you imagine stumbling upon a giant amethyst geode?
It would be incredible.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Labradorite, a name that doesn't immediately scream beauty to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Tell me, what's so special about Labradorite?
Labradorite is kind of a hidden gem, literally. At first glance, it might seem kind of plain. You know, it's got this gray or white coloration.
Okay.
But where it really shines is in its labradorescence.
What's that?
That's what we call this stunning iridescent play of colors.
So it's not the crystal itself that's colorful,
Right.
but the way light interacts with its structure.
You got it.
That's so cool.
The way the crystals are formed on a microscopic level with these layers of different compositions causes light to scatter and create these dazzling iridescent flashes.
It sounds complicated.
It is. It's a combination of its chemical composition, the arrangement of those layers, and a very slow cooling process. That allows those layers to form properly.
That's incredible. And I remember the video mentioned a specific type called spectrolite.
Yes, spectrolite.
What makes that one so special?
Well, spectrolite is a type of labradorite found in Finland.
Okay.
It's known for having incredibly intense labradorescence, to the point where it displays a full spectrum of colors, even in normal lighting.
Now, that's something I'd love to see in person.
It's really remarkable.
It's amazing how something that seems so ordinary at first glance can have such hidden beauty.
It is.
It's a good reminder that there's often more to things than meets the eye.
Absolutely. It really is. And speaking of hidden depths, let's move on to carnelian.
Okay, carnelian. With its fiery oranges and reds, it's been used in jewelry for thousands of years, dating back to the Neolithic era. It makes you wonder what those ancient people saw in this stone.
Well, its warm colors probably played a role. Its relative abundance and the fact that it was easy to carve. Carnelian's a variety of chalcedony, which is actually a combination of quartz and mogonite.
Interesting.
But what sets carnelian apart is iron oxide.
Ah, so that's what gives it those distinctive reddish-orange hues.
That's right. The amount of iron oxide actually determines how intense the color is. So it can range from pale orange to, a deep, almost black red.
Wow. And those beautiful layered formations.
Oh, yeah, those are created when it forms within geodes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes contrasting with white chalcedony.
I can just picture those.
Those geodes can be really valuable, especially if they have large, well-formed carnelian crystals inside.
The video also mentioned that carnelian was used in ancient Greece and Rome.
It was.
Was it purely for its beauty, or was there more to it?
I think it was more than just aesthetics. Back then, carnelian was associated with wealth and status.
Interesting.
It was even used in signet rings for imprinting wax seals.
Oh, wow.
And its warm colors were thought to symbolize courage and vitality.
Fascinating how a single crystal can hold so much historical and cultural significance. Speaking of captivating histories, let's move on to a crystal with a name fit for royalty. Alexandrite.
This one's truly fit for a crown.
Alexandrite.
It's known for this, get this, color-changing ability.
Wait, it actually changes color?
It does. It shifts from emerald green in daylight to a deep red under incandescent light.
How is that even possible?
Well, it's all about its chemical composition. Alexandrite's a variety of chrysoberyl.
Okay.
But unlike typical chrysoberyl, which is, yellowish green, alexandrite contains traces of chromium.
So those chromium ions are the key to its color-shifting magic.
You can say that, yeah. Chromium absorbs light differently depending on the light source. So daylight, it's rich in blue and green wavelengths, which alexandrite reflects, giving you that green hue.
Okay.
But incandescent light, it's rich in red and yellow wavelengths, which alexandrite absorbs, and that allows its red hues to come through.
So it's like having two completely different gemstones in one. It's no wonder it's so rare and highly prized.
And its discovery just adds to its allure.
Oh, how so?
The first significant deposits were found in the Ural Mountains in the 19th century.
Okay.
And get this, it was around the time of Tsar Alexander II's coronation.
Wow.
So the crystal's green and red colors, they matched the colors of the Imperial Russian Army, which led to it being closely associated with the Tsar and Russian royalty.
That's fascinating. It adds a whole new layer of intrigue to this already captivating crystal. From a crystal fit for a czar, let's move on to one that evokes images of enchanted forests and hidden grottos. Malachite.
Malachite, definitely a sight to behold.
Malachite. With its vibrant green hues, often swirling in intricate patterns, it's one of the most visually striking crystals, I think.
It is, yeah.
The video described it as a copper carbonate.
Uh-huh.
Is that what gives it that intense green color?
Yes, it is. The presence of copper is what gives malachite that distinctive green. And because it forms in environments rich in copper deposits, it's often found alongside other copper minerals, like azurite.
So you might find these two stunning crystals together.
You could, yeah. In the same rock formation even.
That's incredible.
The contrast between malachite's rich green and azurite's deep blue, it's really breathtaking.
It sounds it.
And then there's its historical significance.
The video did mention it was important in ancient Egypt.
Yes.
What role did it play in their culture?
Well, in ancient Egypt,